Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack and this is from October 17. Well, I did an article again of Bandai Namco looks like it's tied on Shinon then again. And well, on that day it released that piece of garbage. And just saying what Mango Liar say here. Sweet Baby DEI Bandai Namco Unknown Awakening 9 has officially been released, and player data is now available. With a booking 3 players worldwide, this might be the biggest Sweet Baby vlog ever. They can't stop breaking the records. That's one thing. So I wanted to show you this because, well, I just did this tweet. Goodbye, Cod Bane. It's the best for you to stay buried since your owner coded some balls. And I'm surprised that a lot of people agree with that sentiment. Because they enjoy it, that franchise, at least. I know it's a prequel from God Eater and it's different gameplay, but still, it's it's a good game with fan service. That it actually looks like it was just made some by people that actually knew what they like. That's one thing. But since we can go through this, I just going to need your other samples, like how this fluff is just these idiots are just clowning themselves. Because I know even if for current Steam database, it has now over 100 people, more than Concord. But still, I heard this, that they were selling the game with Nvidia graphic cards. That's why those people were playing it. But still, the clowns here are, man, Unknown 9 are working in review. Bigotry and racism have won. Good! I hope you are happy. Yes, I am. All the hate and racism have destroyed the hopes and dreams of a small dev. Great, they did garbage. They deserve to be fucking destroyed. Who just wanted to share a great story, gaslighting, and adventures with all of us about now, but that won't be possible because you wanted to cause chaos and watch the world burn. That's projection. You wanted the whole gaming industry to burn and bend it to your fucking ideology? Well, they are on the receiving end and nobody's buying your shit. The economy is not a good place. Consumers are stopping being consumers, at least for the most part, and they can't afford to waste money on fucking Goy's love. And especially from Asia, which, oh man, fucking Banco and Japan, they've been cocking themselves out with all because they listened to the US, especially for appealing to this globalist market and tell to their main developers, yeah, this anime stuff like God Bane, this shit, nah. Nah, trust me, bro. We are going to do this Western Unknown 9. And moving on with the tabs, because I want to share you how these kids escalating since, for example, Gross, Melanie Mac, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and the Quartering. You know, you have opinions with the last two and the tier one. I know. I can sometimes I really can understand you why. Why do you in the part where why do you want to keep this company to strive again when they just backstabbing you? But that's a different topic. The main issue is this. So you have this far left lunatic post that they tell you to don't follow associate people like this. But they tell you that these fucking far left lunatics to associate with them, despite how expected far left lunatics behave. And this just first part is just what you need to know. The left always accuse you for what they are doing. They always project. And we have seen this many times with anime, like they always call it pedo shit and all that kind of BS. And they project, and we found out later that, well, they were projecting, and they have a lot of skeletons in the closet. and they don't want people like them to be followed because of this. And this is an example with Grams. So I watched nearly 6 hours of Real Hypnotic and Bara Dark playing Unknown 9, and we can see how this shit is just disgusting.
You are the same man. And you are the same man. And you are the same man.
What? Not even collision? You can collision?
And you are the same man.
Copy paste.
Purple. Let's do purple.
$5.
The
Only
game is so
racists and sexists
quiet.
like to have fun.
Thank you.
Oh
The
man.
game is so low. That scared the shit out of me. Don't do that again. We can barely hear the game and everything's at max. My computer volume's at max, the mixer's at max for you guys, the game volume's at max.
Type of architecture
Where's
is
he
beautiful.
going?
You don't say.
Where the fuck is he going? Michael Jackson.
$5.
Uh, so at this point you get the real how this piece of garbage is. That's why they always do that. They they don't want to hear people even actually pointing this out. And even I don't need to fucking play it. Some people that actually do this for a living just buy this, monetize it from the stream, and laugh out and show that yeah, it doesn't deserve your money. I'm okay with that. But still, well, I can predict that it was eventually about to be shit even before released. And this is Give Me Hammer saying that yeah, the clown formers are working overtime after a non release. And it's always like that. Because but I have to call out again. Japan, what the fuck are you doing? Because you used to do this shit in the first place. Japanese hacker girl and now Western hacker girl. Now the Japanese wants to try the second image and abandon the first one because suddenly some fucking Japanese idiots the inside those companies say, yeah, trust me, bro. We are. I know we are doing. We are going to make money out of this. Despite that they were always doing in the first place, put them in a very good position in the market. And this one reflects something what I'm trying to say here. Because with this tab, we have this one, Arinya Yumi saying this. Go to Akihabara, arguably the center of modern Japanese culture. If not from decades, the pinnacle of Japanese culture when it comes to entertainment. Welcome sign at the extension is filled with characters from a Korean gacha game. Fucking Blue Archive, man. People. You know, entertainment for a country is fuck when in the past you used to see all nationalist stuff, but now it's just something outsourced from other country like South Korea from all places. South Korea wasn't that actually invested, or should I say, they were invested, but they couldn't get to the point to have something successful at Blue Archive. But they found it, and since among these fucking companies like Bangkok, Crapcon, Squeenet, Koitecmo, all of those companies, they prefer to do Western Goislop or censored stuff. And I have to remind people, gachas, especially from Japan, they are just so little there, making the money. While South Korean gachas, Chinese gacha, even I have seen Horizon Walker, a South Korean gacha game that actually shows nipples for the female characters, and you're like, they say, yeah, release that. And now, all Akihabara just I'm not going to say infested. I just overflowed with outsourced stuff instead of making their own because they decided to listen to the globalist agenda. Unknown fucking nine. Well, they used to do this. Once again, who is in the wrong here? I think we already know the answer. And even Nike, despite the memes, yeah. I mean, but still, Nike is another gacha game from South Korea, and it's actually flooding Japan too. And if in since we are talking, yeah, this is something that we used to have in the past from both sides. Japan managed to just deliver and overshadows the West, but sure, the West, and at some point in the past, they didn't want to actually left behind. But we saw that the West was the one that decided to kneecap itself and let Japan to take the place for all the market. But they decided to hurt to the globalists and all those Western US companies to kneecap themselves. And now South Korea and China are eating their lunch. It even pointed out this is from a 2011 game, SpiderMan Edge of Time. So look, the designs, even the way how some characters got hurt and damaged. They weren't afraid to display that. But now even with Spider Walk 2 from Soini, they made Mary Jane fucking indestructible. Ah man, that Mary Sue and humiliate Spider-Man. And since everyone is pointing this out, yeah, American female empowered character versus Japanese female empowered character. They want good looking characters, and they want not only with the big tits, the big butts, the hourglass body. I think that should be a standard. That should be the standard placeholder. But the most important part is the personality, because those two are not mutually exclusive, but for the West, they think they are, and they do the most disgusting, unlikable, evil being created for fiction. And just to end this is just Girls from Line, Korean gacha game. Excuse me, no, Chinese. This is Chinese, and they are doing better fan service. And even I have to point out that but yeah, we have this fan service. I know they tried to censor it. I know, like looking below the skirt. I know where they did. I know you can find workarounds even if you're not modding to. You see that Pansu. But I know Bandai Namco. This is before embracing DEI in 2020. Man, they could have overtaken. They could overtake all of this. They can, but they didn't want it, and now, yeah, they are destroying themselves, just like Squeenix. Even Squeenix, fucking company, one group decided to back up and translate the sources of the excuse me, the works. Yeah, that's it. The previous works of Yokotaro. Yokotaro actually thanked them and greeted them. And Squeenix immediately, because they saw that, they shut it down with the legal team, sending a cease and desist. Those companies are just playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes. Squeenix just want to destroy themselves faster. and Bangkok has just started. And I have to remind people, the globalist nonsense is cancer, and it doesn't matter if it's below stage 4. At 10 of today is cancer. Cancer spreads. If you don't treat it, well, eh, it's late. It's terminal. So that's all I wanted to share here for you. And this is some of the comments that people shared about this. So people prefer to just lay that franchise low until this shit pass on, or do not expect nothing at all and find something at least an spiritual successor. Look, even we are seeing a Brazilian person here. I know this is Portuguese. Complicated. To this day, I hope for a continuation of Cod Bane since it left a good gap, and we have the entire God Eater universe to explore. Unfortunately, when the company is contaminated, it only gives importance to walk things and peoples. So sad. So that's it. I'm not going to bore you anymore with this. That's all I wanted to share with you. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a pretty good weekend, and please take care.